In my previous video, I talked about a little game called A Way Out, a split-screen co-op action-adventure game in which players are tasked with controlling two characters who are planning to escape prison. The game was directed by none other than Joseph Fares, who previously directed Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and who is arguably best known in the gaming industry for his little tirade from the 2017 Game Awards.
Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you!
Say what you want about the guy, but his game A Way Out is definitely one of the most compelling titles to release this year. At launch, critics praised A Way Out for its gripping story, well-established characters, and engaging execution of co-op mechanics, but on top of that, the game was also praised for its consumer-friendly practices, which is especially surprising when you consider that it was published by EA, or more specifically from the publisher's EA Originals program, which helps small developers with creative ideas to realize their vision with the support of EA's vast resources. There are many reasons to hate EA, but I can honestly say that their EA Originals program is actually pretty great. According to Joseph, EA won't be making a single dollar off of A Way Out sales. All revenue will be going to its development studio Hazelight, and he's adamantly expressed that under the EA Originals umbrella, Joseph and his team were treated very well and given all the support they needed without caveats. Now, it is no secret at this point that EA isn't a fan of single-player or narrative-driven linear games due to the fact that they're simply much less profitable than their beloved live services. Back in November 2017, when talking about the closure of Visceral Games and their single-player narrative-driven action-adventure Star Wars game, EA CFO Blake Jorgensen said, quote, "As we kept reviewing the game, it continued to look like a much more linear game, which people don't like as much today as they did 5 years ago or 10 years ago." Perhaps this mindset is why EA's sales expectations for A Way Out, a narrative-driven linear game, were so meager. In case you aren't aware, back in December 2017, a Reddit user who had been accidentally getting emails from EA leaked one detailing the publisher's plans for A Way Out. One of the points raised was that EA expects to sell around 894,000 copies of A Way Out in its entire lifespan. Hilariously, after what happened at the Game Awards, another bullet point was, quote, "Joseph as a personality is a plus, his passion is great, but need to watch out for controversy," says the company that shipped Battlefront 2 the controversial way they did. Now, 894,000 copies isn't a small number by any means, but it is smaller than what EA normally expects of its published titles, so I imagine it must have come as a big surprise when they recently found out just how well the game really did. The following information comes from Hazelight Studios' official Twitter account. In a tweet published yesterday on April 13th, 2018, they said, quote, "We just found out that A Way Out has sold over 1 million copies in just over 2 weeks. Words cannot express how much this means to us. Thank you to all of you for your support." So just to clarify, in just 2 weeks, the game surpassed what EA expected the game to sell in its entire lifespan. Turns out that one of those linear games that EA seems so allergic towards sold really well. Creative director Joseph Fares also tweeted about this accomplishment, stating, quote, "Holy shit, this means that 2 million players have played the game. Thank you so much." So as I mentioned before, A Way Out is an action-adventure game that's experienced in split-screen co-op format. What's unique about this game is that the co-op isn't optional. You have to find someone else to play A Way Out with, as it is a strictly co-op adventure. But what's great about this game, what makes it so consumer-friendly, is the fact that you only need one copy of the game to play with 2 people. So if I buy a copy, I could invite any of my friends to play together, and they wouldn't need to buy a copy of their own so long as I have mine. In other words, while the game sold over 1 million copies, since each of those 1 million copies needed a partner player, in reality, at least 2 million players play the game, which is pretty amazing. I really do believe that a big part of why A Way Out sold so much better than anyone anticipated was because it's so consumer-friendly. Aside from the fact that you only need one copy to play with 2 people, the game also shipped with a retail price of $30, half the price of a full retail game. It's no secret that EA has a history of shipping games whose value don't match the price tag. So A Way Out being priced so reasonably, even though you can just buy one copy to play with your friends, came as a pleasant surprise. Then there is the fact that when the game did launch, there were no loot boxes or microtransactions whatsoever to be found. It was purely a game, not some scummy live service. Words about all these things, the low price, the friend pass system, the absence of recurrent monetization schemes, certainly got around, and I think it's played a big part in bringing a lot of positive attention to this title. But more importantly, Joseph and team did a fantastic job with this game. No amount of consumer-friendly practices will matter if a game sucks, but A Way Out really is something refreshing and unique in the gaming industry's current landscape. It also goes without saying that Joseph's "fuck the Oscars" moment did contribute significantly to the attention that he and his game garnered. But hey, the guy took his no frills, no bullshit attitude and enthusiasm and made it work in his favor. I honestly don't think that what happened at the Game Awards was a planned PR stunt or anything. I think the guy is just a little bit crazy, perhaps endearingly so. Joseph has proven, however, that he isn't just all talk, no action. He's proven himself to be an up-and-coming game developer who should be taken seriously with the quality of his games. So, to Joseph and his team over at Hazelight Studios, I say congratulations, you deserve all your success, and I look forward to seeing what you have in store for us next. With that, I would like to end this news update. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy my content, consider supporting me on Patreon. It is completely optional, but donating even as little as $1 a month will go a long way in helping this channel grow. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Yong Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Yong out!